Four wounded in drive-by shooting on West Side. Let's go to WGN9 in Chicago. This was written by Andy Koval, originally published on July 14th, 2022. Chicago. Four people were wounded in a drive-by shooting Thursday on the West Side. At around 4 p.m., police responded to the 4400 block of West Maypole Street following the report of a shooting. Police said four people were wounded after a white-colored SUV drove by and a suspect fired shots. This is sad. Every time I read one of these articles, no matter where it happens in the country, because we're so desensitized to mass shootings, there are typos always in these texts. Anyway, all of the victims self-transported in good condition. A 25-year-old man, a 25-year-old woman, and a 23-year-old woman were all injured. Additionally, a 31-year-old whose gender was not given was injured. No suspects are in custody. So Chicago is obviously the place that has had a lot of notoriety in America recently, in the past few years, because of the astounding level of homicides and gun violence that persist in this country. And it's used as a catch-all and a byword by the white supremacists to say black lives don't matter, really, or the sentiment and the movement is null and it's not really about advocating for change. And also that Democrat-run cities or left-leaning run cities are bad places to be, or they're inefficient. Well, to the white wing supremacists who always say, why don't you talk about Chicago? Number one, here I am talking about Chicago. I've always talked about Chicago. But here's what I have to say about this. The shootings in Chicago need to stop, because these are literally children, young people, other Americans who are dying, losing their life at astounding rates. And while I'll talk about Chicago all the time and I'll provide my solution, you offer really no solution, because what do you have to say about the 4 teens shot in Philadelphia? What do you have to say about the 2-year-old shot in Philadelphia? What do you have to say about the 14 shot in Indianapolis? What do you have to say about the 4 people shot in Boston? To the white wing supremacists, what do you have to say about the 4 people shot in Memphis, Tennessee? What do you have to say about the 2 dead and 3 injured in Los Angeles? These are all mass shootings that I've covered in the last week. That's not even all of them. That's a small minority of them. These mass shootings are happening all over America. So Chicago is America, and America is Chicago. So I don't want to hear any more bullshit about why don't you talk about Chicago? I always talk about Chicago, and I love Chicago too. I got family in Chicago, and I'll just say this is not a white or black issue. The mass shootings I cover have all races and types of people involved in all spaces. Please stop killing each other. Please put the guns down. Wake up from the mindset. The gun does not make you American. What makes you American is loving other Americans. Do what Jesus said, man. Love each other. Love each other. The bullshit that they told you about America being the greatest country in the world and the safest country in the world, it's a lie. It's a lie, because Americans are obsessed with the gun. We don't love a democracy. We love the gun. That's what's happening here. So I hope the people in Chicago fully recover after this mass shooting. Please, Americans, wake up from the idiocy that you've been lied to, the propaganda that they've told you about the gun being necessary for our freedom or for our manliness or for our citizenry. It's not. It's only causing more destruction and harm. And some people will say, these are criminals with guns. These are criminals with guns. I'm a redneck and shit. I got all my guns legally. Living here in West Virginia, I was able to get all my guns legally. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Because all these guns that are illegally purchased were once bought, what? Legally, you stupid motherfucker. So shit. I'm sick of this, man. Anyway, stop the mass shootings. America, wake up. It's all bullshit. Abolish and repeal the Second Amendment. My name is Simon Hill. Thank you for watching. Peace. Will the meek inherit the earth?